Make way. All right.
Let him get down, let him get through. No problem.
Do you know where the press conference is?
Yeah, it's going to be on opposite side.
Okay.
It's great, man. What an upset. What an upset.
Surprise you?
No, not at all. Rolly still got the goods, man, and he showed it. At 147, he's been saying it this whole week, how he's comfortable at that weight. No, I'm very happy for Rolly. You know, sad short shot for Ryan Garcia, but hey, look, you know, don't overlook anybody. And, you know, I think Rolly had a great game plan. He listened to his team very well, you know, and before he went to the event, my father told him, just keep your right hand up the whole night, you know, and that's it, you'll win the fight. And he did that, and he looked great.
Surprised by Ryan Garcia's performance tonight. A fantastic victory for Rolando Romero. Almost made it look kind of easy.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I was surprised how he, I think he just never recovered from that check hook that Rolly did on him. So, you know, I think he was too hesitant, and maybe the hunger's not there like it should be for Ryan Garcia. But hopefully he gets back on his feet, and hopefully we still see the rematch between himself and Devin Haney.
You were super outgoing all fight week. I asked Brian in the build-up, I said, is it hard when you're doing big podcasts all having a go at each other to focus on your opponent? You seem like the only one who maybe kept that focus in there. What was the whole build-up like for you? This was different, right?
It's our job. It's our job to entertain everyone, all of you that are watching. It's our job to give everybody a show. I mean, we're having so many people cross over. We had 200 or 300 special talent guests around watching us fight tonight in the ring. So you got to live up to it. You have to. And I'm that type of person that always wants to exceed to those expectations.
Garcia, you know, has been off a whole year, and you know, this is a lack of real planning. He should have had a tune-up fight first, and then go into a fight with a guy like Romero. But you know, these fighters and the promoters get turned by the money, and they don't make really good decisions. A good decision would have been to take a tune-up fight, and then, you know, then you move to a Romero or even a Haney or so forth. You don't go right in after a year. You know, look at Haney. Haney looked terrible with Ramirez because he hadn't fought in a year.
Did he seem to be gun shy? Did he seem to be worried about taking another big shot?
Who's that?
David Haney, with the way that he was moving around the ring.
Absolutely, you see that? I mean, you know, I don't know how he scored because it's hard to tell, but you know, who's going to want to see Haney fight if he fights that way?
You want to see the rematch? After what? Yeah.
And the atmosphere, I just wanted to get you to touch on, we just finished watching the whole program. The atmosphere just didn't seem like the traditional atmosphere.
Well, it wasn't the traditional atmosphere. It doesn't mean it was bad. It was sort of pretty interesting having the fight in Times Square, coming off the way it did. But it's not the same atmosphere as enclosed arena. It just isn't.
So out of the performance of everybody that you saw tonight, who do you think is the best fighter at this point in their career out of everyone we just witnessed?
Well, I think Teofimo. No real medals on him. He didn't fight a great fight, and he was in with Barboza, who, again, as I said, can't break an egg. So he should have been more aggressive. But at least you saw his whole arsenal, you know?
Yeah,
he wasn't afraid to take a punch.
Does Teofimo Lopez beat the fighters you saw tonight? Does he beat Haney? Does he beat Ryan Garcia?
Oh, easy.
Does he beat Rolly?
They're not. I mean, those aren't really competitive fights for Teofimo.
Let me ask you though, Devin Haney and Rolly. From what the guys that we just saw tonight, if Devin Haney and Rolly were to fight next, what happens then?
Well, that's it's an interesting fight. If Haney fights Rolly the way he fought Ramirez, he doesn't win. So again, I've seen Haney in a lot of fights. I never saw him fight this way. So again, based on fighting the way he did tonight against what Rolly showed fighting Garcia tonight, I would pick Rolly. But again, I don't think you're going to see Haney so bad as he looked tonight.
What do you think went wrong with Ryan tonight?
I have no idea, man.
He can't say that.
I don't know.
He can't say that. Robert, how's Jose, by the way? I know
Jose's doing good. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Overall, his performance, him and Devin.
Honestly, we can't. That was Devin's game plan.
That's how you got.
I don't want to say he's, he was boxing because I call that running, but that was his plan and he got the decision. What can we say,
I know you didn't see Ryan's fight, but he obviously lost.
Yeah.
Devin won. Like, you think there's still interest to see that?
Fight, look.
So there's interest more to see that fight with
Anthony Joshua lost his last fight, and so did Fury, and if they fight each other, it's gonna be huge. So Haney versus Garcia is still gonna be a big fight. I think they should still do it. Still big. Yeah, we still. I think we still do it.
Robert, send my son's glove. Now you're gonna get mobbed by everybody, Robert. Now you're gonna get mobbed by everybody.
We'll figure it out.
What do you think of the event overall, Robert?
Great,
One of the
man.
best ones you've been in.
It's awesome, man. You never expected something like this, and we were proud of it. So that's awesome.
The fight just got berserk. You hear me? What? Ryan lost? What's going on, Phil? Damn. I think it was a hell of a fight, though. I think it was a hell of a fight. Honestly, at the end of the day, between Ryan and Rolly. But out of everybody that thought niggas was gonna lose, we ain't think it was gonna be Ryan. Let's be real. One thing about Turkey Alashiki, he always got a plan up his sleeve. He always got some tricks up his sleeve. It's always gonna be an upset. You never know what's gonna happen. Turkey Alashiki be putting on one of the best boxing fights there is. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. I ain't welling. Shouts out Turkey Alashiki. He make people fight. Like, word. He make motherfuckers fight. Everybody thought Rolly was gonna beat Ryan. No, it didn't happen. And I ain't coming here to bash Ryan. I fuck with Ryan. Before they even got in the ring, I dapped Ryan brother up like, yo, knock Rolly out type shit. It just didn't happen. But ain't no love lost. Nigga just lost a fight. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out Turkey Alashiki for putting on these amazing fights. These fights is magnificent.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't a good night for me. It was a pretty off night. Rolly did what he does. Throws a lot of good power shots. Caught me in the second round. But just even in the start of the fight, it just didn't feel like my feet were under me, like I had anything. But I tried to fight through it and just found myself very off after the year layoff. That whole year, it was a lot for me mentally, as you guys know. So the fact that I got here is, and I'm in the position I am, my mind is as clear as it is a victory for me, I would say. But I'm extremely disappointed in the way I fought, and it definitely isn't my best in any way. But thank you guys, and I want to thank my fans and everybody that stuck by me, even though we took an L today, and the people that came to watch me. A lot of love is out there for me, and I think people know my heart and know that I'll be back and better than ever. Yeah, I didn't really, wasn't a fan of that at all. It felt like a sparring match, and it felt like you could hear everybody, and it just didn't feel authentic to me. But no excuses. It is what it is. I mean, that's just part of just me not, you know, being as sharp as I could be. I just didn't really throw anything, to be honest. I mean, I was just throwing jabs and moving around. I just didn't feel there, you know, didn't feel there at all. And, you know, it wasn't a part of our game plan at all. Derek had a great game plan. There was a lot of opportunities there, especially when Rolly's is going back. I just didn't let my hands go in any way, shape, or form. That was simple as that. Rolly's is much better than people give him credit for, you know, and he has very strong hands, just solid in general. So you can't just, you know, walk in there and think you're just gonna get anything on him. He does hit hard, but I don't think the sparring played anything. I was just more of how this night played out. You know, it just wasn't my night.
Do you think you underestimated him at all?
No, I always knew that he was gonna be what he is. I feel like I fought the most dangerous fighter on the card. You know, anybody with that type of power is obviously somebody you gotta watch out for. But you know, I thought Rolly was gonna be Tank. You know, just think I just didn't do anything I should have done today. You know, whatever the fans want. If they want me to, you know, run it back with Rolly's, let's do it. If they want me to go straight for Devin, let's do it. You know, styles make fights. Throughout the camp, just couldn't get anything going. I felt for myself in training camp. Like I didn't feel like I had more conditioning or more energy or more sharp. I just feel like I couldn't. Nothing was like, you know, progressing in any way, and I just felt weird and off. And I would mention it to Derek, and you know, we were just trying to figure it out, you know. But we only had 5 weeks together, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know why I can't get no, you know, I guess progressive, you know, sharpness coming into camp. Like, I don't know why it's not picking up, but we still were confident. I mean, we still were training. It's just nothing clicked. Nothing was clicking.
Last one for me. You're knocked down and gotten up before. Is this the hardest you've been hit at 147?
No. I feel like the most I ever been dazed was with Luke Campbell. I was actually dizzy with Luke Campbell getting up, but with Rolly's I wasn't dizzy. I was just like, oh, there it goes again. On the canvas again. But it doesn't really I don't really get too out of it. Like I'm just right there. Like it's always a flash knockdown for some reason, and I get right back up. But he had potential to hit the hardest though. He definitely had some power on him. It was just so weird because usually once you step in the ring, everything fades away. This time I went into the ring and I could hear everybody, Shakur, Richardson, everybody just screaming stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know why I didn't zone it out. It was weird. It just felt like a weird fever dream just happened. It was just so awkward. I don't know why. Usually fights don't feel that way. It just feels like you're in it and you're fighting. You don't hear nobody, nothing. So yeah, that was a little different. Tequila helps you knock people out, right? I mean, that's funny, bro. Imagine just knock out tequila, start a brand. You know, it's just, I gotta figure it out up here. Mentality, you know, because there's times where I felt like I fought good and I wasn't acting like that, right? You know, just a lot of stuff I gotta figure out mentally, and then I'll get back to it and you'll see that aggression come out. I just didn't have that, you know, tonight. I just didn't have that aggression to go kill. You know, you gotta have that in the ring. Just didn't have that tonight, so we'll figure it out.
Thank you, guys.
I love you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for everything.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
You think you underestimated Rolly tonight a little bit?
No, I think I was just fighting like shit.
You want contraband, Ren?
He's done with interviews for today. Thank you.
Hey, Ryan, keep your head up.
You know, he's strong, you know, he has a good left hook, you know, and, you know, one time he opened up, you know, I cracked him and he didn't open up at all the rest of the fight. they're always gonna underrate me because I'm not one of these prospects that started boxing that had a following and all stuff. They're fresh out the amateurs. They promoted them like, oh, this is the next big thing, yada yada yada, all that stuff. At the end of it, I've done this 3 times, three different divisions. I'm a 3-time world champion, and this might actually be the biggest, the most attended fight card in boxing history. And I did it on this night.
Advisor in the crowd kept saying, hold the phone the whole night. Did you hear him? And second, that kind of stopped you from throwing more rights the whole time because you had that right the whole time up. So
I'll tell you guys something. Actually, I didn't warm up properly, and in the back room, I threw like one of these weird uppercuts right from far away, and I messed up my shoulder. So I didn't want to risk it. The one time I threw like slow, I'm not gonna do that. And I mean, shoot, the whole boxing commission sees like my massage for literally massaging it for like the next, it might have made it a little weaker.
I mean, you actually had a chance to catch him with more left hooks and more lefts than he caught of you. How did it feel to like?
He didn't. After I dropped him, he did not take a single.
No,
left.
that's what I'm saying. Like, how did it feel to catch him with his best punch, but you were his best punch?
Don't hook with a hooker. Let me dismiss everything with Barroso. Barroso is still by far the hardest hitter I've ever been in the ring with. I got him on a 2-week notice. I was getting ready for Puello, you know, and you get a complete opponent change. You know, Puello's not known really as a puncher like that. And you get a dude that literally has 24 wins with 22 knockouts that comes forward. And I still adjusted little by little after a whole year layoff in a new weight division. So everyone, you guys don't, and then he goes on and knocks out O'Hara Davis. Everyone thinks that he's gonna give Barroso a problem. He knocks him out in the first round because I called it. I even told O'Hara, I'm like, don't jump in. This dude can crack. And guess what? They stopped the fight a slight bit premature when he was about to get knocked out cold. Give me my credit. I fought smart. I mean, they can have a rematch. Clearly, if they were talking about it over and over and over and over and over again, right? They already had it planned and lined up. Why am I going to get in the way of that? That has nothing to do with me. I'm a 3-division world champion now.
Hit first boxing now. So the second round, when you dropped him, from that point on, you just put it full throttle. You kept on going down. Did you know you was going to win that fight from that point on?
I knew he wasn't going to throw no more damn punches, so I just had to keep going, you know. He was not going to take a single risk with me. He knows I can crack.
In Harlem, you was training at Mendes Boxing Gym. How'd you feel in Mendes?
Man, I would give a huge shout out, man. They were over there. They turned the heater up on me. They watched me lose the last bit of weight and all that stuff, you know, and they treated me really nice. I don't care what happens next right now. The only thing I care about is going on a nice vacation. I'm not going to give you guys a hint into the secret to beating him.
Were you looking for that hook? Did you set that up intentionally, or is it a fuck?
Well, he opens up every time he throws the hook, so you see he didn't throw no more hooks after that.
After you knocked him down?
He did not throw any more hooks after that, because that's his money punch.
Were you surprised at his lack of output? Do you think that you were going to get more fight out of Ryan Garcia tonight?
Everyone that fights me has a lack of output. Every single time they throw too many punches, they get cracked. I don't box for money. I box to be world champion, and I just did it 3 times.
Woo! Are you looking forward for it?
Of course. If me and Ryan had 0 history, he would have got knocked out cold. He knew better than to come at me throwing punches. And they honestly though, I mean, they fucked up the damn scorecards though. That was a shutout. They really fucked up them damn scorecards. It was a shutout.
Yeah, Rolly, before the fight, man, you and your crew was playing cards. Is that a tradition that you guys do?
Me and Abram, we always played the Vietnamese card game. There's a bubble shop that we used to go to, right? And the owner was Vietnamese, so he showed us how to play this Vietnamese card game called 13. And I mean, we've been playing it for years, you know? I mean, PBC is my family. It's not even about boxing. They're my family, and that's where I feel like I'm at home. I didn't feel no pressure, because I know they're always going to accept me for anything anyways.
All right. give a message to Ryan tonight?
Stay positive.
This means more to me than knocking him out. I ain't even gonna lie.
Really? Why do you say that?
The 54-pounder, being that you're a champ at 47.
I'm down the line. Down the line. Not right now. Y'all gotta leave me alone. You guys all want me to do this, do that, do this. Let me be, bro. I've been hungry, man. I've been trying to. I just want to go on a nice vacation. I just made a little bit of money. Now I want to go on a nice vacation. Where? I don't know, some kind of island or something.
How many girls?
One.
What do you tell the socially?
How many girls? Wow.
I do the fame easier than everybody else.
Rolly, how was it fighting in Times Square? Ryan said it was kind of hard just because, you know, just all the noises and, you know, not hearing the fans.
What you mean all the noises? It was quiet.
Exactly.
What they heard? All they heard was on the phone the whole night.
Did you hear Abraham?
Yeah, because of you.
On the phone,
Ryan said he
baby.
didn't feel right all week up until coming to the fight. You never responded.
Well, yeah, because he was scared. Yeah, he knew he was going to fight some dude that got his entire number down.
Stop making excuses for him. No better.
Look, I'll tell you like this, right? I went in there literally with a messed up. I hurt my damn shoulder. You saw that, Ali, right? Was I not getting this massage the whole time? I honestly, everyone knows when you get you get massage, you know, it makes it so you know you're a little jiggly. So you know what? you're not throwing as hard, you know. Yeah, no. How many times did you see me get this massage anyway? At least 20, right? For like a whole hour straight. You know, I'd warm up a little bit and then go back, sit down, massage, right? So I you know, I was like, bro, I messed up my damn shoulder. It happens, you know. Everyone, you know, you can find a way to win.